How's it going today, guys? Trucks and Water here, and in today's video I'm going over the 1-year review slash what's it like to drive a leveled Chevy K1500 Silverado on KMC XD grenades 20x12s on Nitto 420s with 305 by 50 by 20. A lot of you have asked me in the comments and the DMs, hey, what is it like to drive on a day-to-day basis a leveled Chevy K1500? What do I have to do to make it drive well? If you're looking for a video on how it drives leveled, this is the video you want. If you want to see a video that's on what's it like to drive a lifted one, tag be popping up to my buddy BadZ71, Instagram name be popping up too. He did a video on his lifted on 6 inches K1500 Silverado. His 1 year newer than mine's 97, mine's 96. So to get started in this video, I'm gonna go over the setup. Like I said before, the wheel setup is KMC XD grenades with a milled accent, 20x12 with a -44 offset, riding on Nitto 420s, 305 by 50 by 20s. The leveling kit is a rough country 2-inch key lift that's only cranked up 1.25 inches from stock ride height with a steering stabilizer in the front. I'll be going over later in this video why it's so important to have a steering stabilizer on it. Nothing's done to the back of the truck. It is completely bone stock except for the wheels in the back, but it is on all 4 corners riding on Pro Comp 3000 series shocks. That is the setup on the truck. Am I going to go higher with this truck? Before you ask in the comments, yes. It's eventually going to get a 4-inch rough country lift. But as of right now, this is what my current setup is. So, what's it like to drive a leveled Chevy K1500? Well, before you get into that, what you do have to do when you want to kind of run the setup, you have to trim out the bumper and your air dam on both sides for it to clear when you turn. As you can see, I still have a gap right there when I turn. On the back end, you can do, I'm gonna have a professional body shop do a cut. I think they call it a California tuck, where they cut this and kind of roll it back into the fender well, so it rubs a little bit in the back, especially when you flex and turn. But other than that, guys, it rides. Other than that, guys, it is a wonderful setup if you just want to figure out what you want to do your truck first. If you want just 20x12s and say my Nitto 420s or maybe an all-terrain tire, I recommend going with this first. That way you can figure out if you want to go higher, if you want to leave it like this and stuff like that. So I got this setup done on the truck about a year ago at the end of March and the beginning of April. I know this is May. I've had a lot going on. I was going to make this video a lot sooner. Had a lot going on, but now I've got time to make it. So it's been over a year since I've had this setup, so I know the pros and cons with this setup. Before we also get more into this video, I want to state this from the very beginning. Who you have do this will determine your ride quality. Yes, you can just go in there and crank the stock keys up as much as you want, but it's going to ride like dog crap. And that's where most of the reviews come from, is people not setting it up 100% exactly right. My suspension guy that does my alignment, all my suspension work, ball joints, you name it, he's been doing it for like 30-40 plus years and done hundreds of these trucks. You can line my exact truck up side by side 15 trucks down and they all level differently. That's the way these torsion keys are set up. That's the way these trucks are set up. They will all level out differently. He said by technicality I could crank these keys up and be riding 4 inches from stock raw height in the front just on the torsion keys. No other mods, just cranking the keys up as much as I want. I'm not going to do that because, like you said, it rides like crap and it ruins your ball joints, it ruins your wheel bearings and all that other stuff. Now, another disclaimer, you will go through front end parts faster when you put bigger wheels and tires on it, 'cause more weight. It's just the nature of the beast, guys. You got to realize that when you do it with these trucks. With any truck, honestly. You know, that's just kind of the nature of the game. But if you do like I do and treat it like a road princess, then you shouldn't have, it wouldn't wear out as fast as if you beat the crap out of the truck, go off-roading all the time, slam it through mud holes and stuff like that. The steering stabilizer, how that comes in, it's a rough country steering stabilizer, like 60 bucks, and that just helps you control the front end when you steer. Guys, I don't care what anybody says, spend the extra 60 bucks, put it on your truck, you'll see a world of difference. The steering in these trucks isn't super tight like a new truck. It is a little bit sloppy, but it's not like, again, not trying to bash on you all, but it's not like a second gen Dodge, which now they have remedies to fix that now, but you know what I mean. So that is the current setup on the truck. So next part of this video, I'll get into the different driving scenarios and how it handles and stuff like that. So let's get right into it. Right now, guys, I'm on a back road going towards, well, I'm just on a back road right now near my, in my hometown. How this truck rides varies on the road conditions. Oh, it's the bird. Varies on the road conditions that you're driving on. Like right now, the back roads are really kind of twisty and windy. If I remember correctly from the way the truck rode from stock height to leveling, it doesn't ride any different as opposed like with body lean and stuff like that. It rides basically the same. There is no difference really in that part. Now with the wheels and tires, with the bigger wheels and tires, you will feel every bump, every like imperfection in the road a lot more than you would with a stock wheel and tire. And also, if it's raining out and slick out, my Nitto 420s do great in the rain. I have no issues with them, except for when there's a lot of water or ponding on the road. They will hydroplane skate around on you, so you gotta be careful of that. Braking, of course, is gonna be a little bit, it's gonna be a little bit longer to brake on certain things, not because of the leveling kit, but just the wheels and tires, because of how much bigger they are than the stock wheels and tires, how much heavier they are. So you gotta also, you know, factor that in. Highway driving on the interstate, I love the Nitto 420s. If you just do highway driving or road driving and it will look good on your truck, you think, go Nitto 420s. They have a 50 to 60,000 mile tread warranty on them if you rotate them and do everything properly. They are a great tire just to cruise, because that's where all this truck's miles comes from, is cruising up and down the interstate. I've taken this truck on the current wheel and tire setup once already Daytona, about to be twice to Daytona, multiple times to Georgia, multiple times to Alabama, all over Tennessee. This truck has been almost everywhere, and I love the way these Nitto 420s work, and also North Carolina. So other than that, it's a really good road tire. Now, the main question everyone asks me is my fuel economy. Yes, it does affect fuel economy. Mostly because of the wheels and tires though. The leveling kit, when I had the stocky still on it, got the same fuel economy as it did before. There's no change in that. Once I added the wheels and tires on though, it did change the fuel economy. I used to average 15 to 16 around town and combined highway when I had my stock wheels and tires on it. Now I average 14 to 15. And then if I go on a long road trip, like say going down to Daytona or something, I'll, you know, interstate miles, I'll average in this truck about 16, 17, whereas in the on my stock wheels and tires, I was averaging 18, 19. So it just depends on your driving style and stuff like that. It also depends on the vehicle. I have 342s in the rear end, so I get better fuel economy than someone with like 373s or 410s, or depending on their wheel and tire setup also. I mean, there's a whole factor system depending on wheels and tires. Just like Bazzy71 said, if you're looking for a good fuel economy, don't daily drive a truck, period. Or don't daily drive one that that's level or lift or anything like that and expect good economy out of it. It's just not gonna happen unless you get a brand new truck. But even then, when you lift them, my girlfriend's Ram 1500, she's got a 14 with a 5.7 liter Hemi, on a leveling kit and 20 by 10s, she only averages 15, 16 miles to a gallon. So it all depends on what you get. Of course, a diesel is gonna get a lot better in general because it's a diesel, but that's basically the gist of like daily driving this truck. It's a very comfortable ride. Again, you will feel more the bumps and imperfection in the road because of the leveling kit and because of the wheels and tires on it, but it's nothing jarring. I can't you know, say on a 4-inch lift kit or a 6-inch lift kit, make sure you check out Bazzy71's video on that. He gives a good description on that. But you know, my Chevy's got the captain chairs in it, and they're like freaking sitting on a cloud. Like, they're so daggone comfortable. So I really have no issues daily driving this truck other than fuel economy, but I expected that when I got this truck, and or wanted to level it, lift it, wherever it takes me next. But that's expected. So I hope this information will help you all decide on what you want for your K1500s, guys. Like I said, I love the truck. I love the stance of this truck, the way it's set up right now. It's gonna go bigger here in the future, but I just love the truck all the way around, the way it rides, the driving characteristics, everything like that. So if any questions, comments, or concerns, please comment them down below or DM me on Instagram. I usually respond faster on Instagram than comments. I hope anything else, guys, please comment it down below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Join the Trucks and Water family. We're constantly growing, changing, and trying new and better things. I hope you all have a great day, and remember, never give up on your dreams.